Time marches on. And I don't mean time like this. Nope. I mean time like this. That's right. 2011. Almost here. In fact, it's already here for all but the 12 men in the chase. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mark Martin. A lot of those guys, it's already next year. We're at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Brad Keselowski's on the pole. Clint Boyer outside. Brad Keselowski, remember him? Flipping at Atlanta. Crashed hard out in Gateway. He's going to be drinking this next year. Miller Lite on the pole right now. A lot of Roger Penske stuff in the news today. Kurt Busch, apparently he had a couple extra tires he shouldn't have had. We'll find out tomorrow what the deal is on that. He was a little iffy about all that sort of stuff. And the other guy on the Penske team, Sam Hornish, might not be back with Penske next year. He's with Penske right now, the IndyCar star. Don't know about sponsorship. And Verizon, Penske ace in the hole, $89 billion market cap, $89 billion market cap. Can't play in NASCAR anymore. They were doing the nationwide thing and then run around the Sprint Cup Series exclusivity clauses. Well, they decided they'd rather go somewhere else with all their money. NASCAR's laws is somebody else's game. AT&T also can't play the game. Exclusivity. Time marches on, and the exclusive clauses that NASCAR has with some of its major sponsors is keeping some of the guys that want to play the game out in the cold. Sponsors are hard to come by. Talk to Jeff Gordon about that. There are a lot of guys to talk to about that. Kevin Harvick, talk to him about that. Yes, I think we need to reevaluate this exclusivity stuff, and I also think we need to check on the points system. I'm not convinced that this point system that was done in 1975 is really up to snuff these days. 1975. Remember that? President Gerald Ford? Hey, that's a long time ago. Might be time to change up the point system. Brad Keselowski on the pole. Carl Edwards might be thinking twice about having to pass him to take the lead. They've had a few run-ins, and so have Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson. And so have a lot of guys. The Sylvania 300, first race of the chase, and we're going to see if it's a payback race or if we just let bygones be bygones. Brad, Carl, Clint, Tony, they're up front. Matt Kenseth way in the back. And we've got some other guys in the back too. Kevin Harvick's back there. Jimmy Johnson's back there. So's Denny Hamlin. So who's going to win the chase? Hey, I'm starting to think Kyle Busch. Everybody's looking everywhere else. Kyle Busch is hot. And he was the one that was pointing out some of the things that were going on in NASCAR that may need to be changed. The exclusivity, he says he's going to have to shut down his truck team if he can't get sponsorship. He pointed up the sponsorship problems facing NASCAR today. We talked to Mike Helton about that. He says there are not that many exclusivity clauses that NASCAR has to worry about. Goodyear, Sunoco, Sprint, but we're talking about billion-dollar companies here that want to play the NASCAR game, and NASCAR won't let them. We need to rethink that. Need to rethink the point system. We've been playing around with some various point systems on MikeMulhern.net, and we're going to play around with some more. Give us your advice on that. What should the point system look like? What would a new point system look like? What should a new point system look like? I think we should be giving more points for wins and points for leading laps. Hey, NASCAR is not about the championship, it's about the racing. And I want good racing, especially Sunday at Loudon. Mike Mulhern for MikeMulhern.net.